The way that I found out about the artist's way is a little bit of a strange story. At the time, I was recovering from throat cancer, and I had radiation treatment to my neck, my throat, and I didn't know it, but it affected my thyroid. In Japanese, we say kojo-sen. Yeah. And as a result of that, I found out after seeing many doctors that I was having a major depression. And so I was in the hospital being treated for depression. And the day that I was released from the hospital, someone met me at the hospital, and we went to eat some lunch, and they asked me, what do you want to do? And I said, first thing I said, well, I want to go to the bookstore. So we went to the bookstore at the mall, and I walked into the bookstore, and I walked directly to the self-help psychology philosophy section of the bookstore. And it was strange, I saw this book on the shelf. And as soon as I walked in the store, I saw the book, and I pulled it off the shelf, and I wasn't in the store more than 2 minutes. I saw the book, bought the book, and left the store. And I guess, first of all, the title of the book, The Artist's Way, got my attention. And after that, the same day, I started reading the book, and I started writing pages every day, every morning. And I continued. I have to admit, I'm not writing morning pages every day right now, but I was doing that for months, many months, and filled so many notebooks full of thoughts and experiences. But that was a difficult time in my life. I was going through a lot of changes with divorce and depression, and not playing the trumpet so much. And I needed something for change, to look at myself, what kind of situation was I in. And so from that point, the morning pages were extremely helpful, but I think the thing that's been most helpful from the Artist's Way for me is something I think called the Artist Date, where each week there's like a day for myself. Maybe I'll go to the mountains, or I go to a museum, or go to see a new movie, or maybe I do all of that in one day. And the way it's affected me as a musician and as a person but especially in music, when I'm talking to young musicians about living a life of improvisation, I run into a lot of young people that don't try new things. They're afraid of failing, or they want to stay in a safe place in their comfort zone. And so for me as a musician, particularly a jazz musician, playing improvisational music a lot, I need to live an improvisational life. And so the Artist's Way has, I guess, opened me up to trying new things. It never was such an issue in the past, but it really made me aware and conscious, and I'm constantly thinking about now trying new things, eating new foods, meeting new people, taking trips, listening to music that maybe in the past I would have closed myself off to. As a result of that, I think as a player, as a musician, as a composer, I think it's helped my creativity. And a lot of times as musicians or artists, writers, we reach we call them plateaus, where we feel like we've kind of leveled off in our ability to improve or to go to the next level. And a process or a book or a system like The Artist's Way, all I have to do is tap back into that process and start doing some of those things on a regular basis, and suddenly I find myself in a new creative space, so to speak. So I think, that's how I got started and how it's helped me, and I think it can be a benefit to anybody.